Hello, and welcome to Footnotes. As usual, I'm here to recap the most ravishing language and ideas from the last week of Wired. First up today, I'm drunk. No, I'm not. But I would be if I drank all the drinks in Wired Business's gallery of tech companies as alcoholic beverages. I wanted to talk about a few of these drinks, and I'll start with Groupon as PBR. They're similar because you should never invest in either of them. Beer was most likely the first booze invented by humans, and that first batch no doubt tasted better than PBR. And it probably happened by accident, but like your much younger brother, this was a good kind of accident. One theory holds that thousands of years ago, some guy who did not know he was a genius collected grains in a jar, put it down, and forgot about it. It rained, and natural yeast in the air got into the mix because yeast is nosy like that. The fella eventually came back and found beer. In a leap of faith, he drank it and spent the trip back to the village telling his friend that they thought the guy's wife was very attractive, but that he totally respected their marriage. Then he fell over. Next up, apple as absinthe, not because both are green and loved by French people, but because both supposedly turn folks into menacing addicts. You see, absinthe was once thought to not only be more addictive than other spirits, but to also cause hallucinations. So it was widely banned at the turn of the 20th century, because heaven forbid the people trip every once in a while and write a bad poem or two. The problem is, absinthe isn't any more addictive than other spirits, and the supposedly hallucinogenic chemical called thujone isn't anything such. The real issue is absinthe can be up to 75% alcohol. So if you drink enough of it, you're going to see things. Lots of things, really. Sometimes 2 of each. Sometimes dozens of each if you happen to get a hold of a kaleidoscope. The irrational ban on absinthe was lifted in the US in 2007 without so much as an insincere apology. But luckily, we've always had bourbon. And it's the bourbon and Yoo-hoo cocktail that is most like Yahoo, because you wouldn't want your friends seeing you use either of them. Bourbon takes its name from its birthplace, Bourbon County, Kentucky. It was here where distillers fled in the 1790s to escape a new tax on whiskey. In this sense, they were like hard-drinking Ayn Rands, only probably more literate. So while the Scots used peat, a sort of bog matter, to give their whiskeys a smoky flavor, American bourbon makers used Kentucky's unique limestone-rich water to craft a one-of-a-kind spirit. Thus, we have a distinctly American liquor, which, like the very first booze, is great for getting drunk and telling our friends we're attracted to their spouses. Then we Americans fall over, hurt ourselves, and if we don't have insurance, get less health care than the first drunks, who at the very least had pro bono witch doctors.